Hello gamers, and welcome to another Tower of Fantasy video. In this video we will be talking about Samir's and Tsubasa's Simulacrum traits, and which one is better and why. These are the main Simulacrum traits recommended for damage dealers. A lot of people straight up recommend Samir's trait, and I think people need to have all the information before making a decision. First of all, let's see what the traits actually do. Samir's trait increases your damage by 4% with each stack. It can get to a maximum of 5 stacks for a total increase of 20%. This takes 20 seconds to stack up, and you lose 1 stack every time you get damaged. But you also gain immunity to losing stacks for 2 seconds when that happens. Tsubasa's trait, it's a bit more straightforward. It takes 30 seconds to stack up, and it gives 18% increase in attack at max stacks. Lasts for 30 seconds, meaning in most environments you'll always have it up. Before we continue, I'll come out and say it, I prefer Tsubasa's trait, but it doesn't mean that you will too. I will explain why Tsubasa's trait is better for me, and if those reasons don't apply to you, then I believe you should go for Samir's. Reason number 1. While using Samir's trait, if you get hit once, you lose 4% damage, and it takes 4 seconds of not being hit to get it back. So considering the immunity, if you get hit for 3 seconds, you lose 8% damage, and it takes you 8 seconds of not being hit to get back to max stacks. Basically, the more you get hit, the worse your damage will be, and the longer it will take you to get it back. If you get hit 6-7 times during an average encounter, this trait will perform worse than Tsubasa's. So, if you are extremely confident that you will never get hit, then this reason will not apply to you. But personally, I found that I get hit from time to time in encounters, and since I play a mix of ranged and melee characters, Samir trait is not a viable option for me. At least not yet. Maybe in the future, one day I will master my weapons and I will go through encounters untouched. Reason number 2. Losing stacks might affect you in more ways than you think. We are not robots, so getting hit might affect us in more ways than just numbers. For some people the added risk might be fun to have, but for some people losing stacks will be frustrating. You should know if this will affect you or not and take that into consideration. Keep in mind we play games for fun. If this is not fun for you, is it really worth the extra damage? Reason number 3. Samir's trait affects only your damage, but nothing else that scales of attack, like shields, healing, and any other effect that will scale based on it. Might not be extremely relevant, but it adds up, especially when everyone in your party benefits from these effects. Reason number 4. Is it actually that big of a difference? And this is maybe the most important reason for picking Samir's trait. I won't bore you with too many numbers, but let's just take a look at a few numbers to get an idea of what the differences actually are. The lowest damage in game is around 15 to 20% of your attack, and the highest is around 1200%. When you compare the traits at the lowest end of the spectrum, the difference is only 0.5%, but when compared at the high end of the spectrum, the damage increase is around 25%. And that sounds like a massive amount, however, it is not actually the average damage in a fight. The next problem is that high number multipliers like that are on abilities with 30 to 60 second cooldowns or on discharge skill, so when compared to your overall damage it's not that much. So what is the actual increase in damage if you never get hit and get to do a perfect rotation on a target that's just sitting there and taking it? Well, if you average all the multipliers over the best rotation in game, the damage increase by comparison will be around 7 to 9% extra damage with Samir's trait. If that is worth the trouble, is up for each of us to decide. So to sum it all up, without a doubt, as long as you don't get hit, Samir's trait will increase your damage more than Tsubasa's. But if you get hit from time to time, or you play something like Nemesis for example, you should consider picking Tsubasa's trait. Let me know which one you decided to pick in the comments. If you found this video helpful, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one, adventurers.